Welcome back to St. Lawrence and Atlantic Locomotive Profiles. This time, we'll be looking at two locomotives at once. St. Lawrence and Atlantic 3035 and 3008. 3035 and 3008 started out life as Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific 376 and 379. These two locomotives would ironically follow each other for their entire careers. Both locomotives were equipped with old cast Nathan P5s. In the late 1970s, both units were transferred to GO Transit, 3008 being the 722 and 3035 being the 724. This is also where the two locomotives acquired their most distinctive features: cab-mounted mechanical bells, marker lights, and a nose-mounted headlight. The locomotives would both be equipped with Nathan K3L air horns. In the early 1990s, both locomotives would be sold to EMDX, the leasing division of EMD. This is a rare photograph of 3035 and 3008 on a freight going through Holland, Michigan. During their time at EMD, 3008 and 3035 would both retain their K3Ls from GO Transit. From this point out, the locomotives will be covered separately. This is to help cover all the details of each locomotive. In 2000, 3008 was purchased by Locomotive Leasing Partners. 3008 was unique as it never got the yellow and black Emens colors of the St. Lawrence and Atlantic. As a matter of fact, it is one of the very few of the 3200s that got the G&W treatment. At this time, the locomotive was equipped with a Leslie RS5T. Just like 3008, 3035 arrived on the railroad with Locomotive Leasing Partners in 2000. The difference being that the 3035 retained its Nathan K3L and was painted in the Bumblebee paint scheme of the Emens Corporation. 3035 would retain this paint scheme until 2012, when it was sent out for a rebuild. Here's a recording of 3035's K3L. In late 2008 or early 2009, 3008 was put into fresh Genesee, Wyoming black and orange. Externally, the locomotive did not change very much. The locomotive retained its RS5T that it got when it first arrived on the railroad in 2000. The locomotive was also now owned by St. Lawrence and Atlantic. Here is a more up-to-date recording of the RS5T, as it's heard today. In 2010, the 3035 would be equipped with a raised letter K5LA. Here's a recording of that horn. In 2012, 3035 would be sent out by Genesee, Wyoming for a rebuild and return in corporate colors. The locomotive would also retain the 2010 K5LA. Now here's a recording of both locomotives as they are today.